Hey everyone, welcome to On the Rise. I'm your host, Mike Feinberg. With me as always are my co-hosts, Armando Gonzalez and Gerardo Ramos. How you boys doing?
Great, brother.
Excellent, man. I'm still in this little bubble, man, that I'm trying to burst, but can't seem to get out of this bubble, man.
All right, well, don't burst the bubble just yet. But what I do want to talk about is our special guest today. He's what you would consider MMA royalty. He's a well-known veteran MMA fighter. He's made his debut way back at UFC 17. Over a 20-year pro career, he had 23 fights with UFC. He racked up 21 professional wins. Faced some of the best fighters in history. He included wins over Alistair Overeem, Tito Ortiz, Randy Couture, Wanderlei Silva. He eventually turned to the big screen, and they started starring in some fantastic movies, at least 20 movies on his record now. He's now starring in a brand new movie. It's to be released in May. It's called Cagefighter. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome today's guest, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. Chuck, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well. We're all coming here from quarantine. And where are you right now? Where are you located?
Calabasas, California. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How's everything out there?
It's nice. I mean, it's kind of getting stuck indoors, or not really indoors. We're going out hiking in a little bit and walking around the neighborhood and hanging out with the family. I mean, I enjoy being home, so I'm happy to be home with the kids, but I want to get out again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand that for sure.
Only so much of the kids we could take, man.
We want the fans who don't already know about how you originally got started with fighting to know a little bit about where you grew up and how it all began. Could you share a little bit with us?
Well, I grew up in Santa Barbara, California. I've done martial arts since I was a kid. I started watching Kung Fu theater when I was younger and got interested in martial arts. I thought it was really cool, and I thought, I was going to go in, and they were going to teach me some magic moves, and I was going to be able to do all this crazy fighting stuff. And the thing is, I got in there, and I figured out, and as most people do, it's just hard work,
Right.
But I also figured out if you work hard at it, wait a minute, if I keep working hard, I can I get better than that guy that's been here longer than me. I get better than that other guy. And I just turned that into, I just kept trying to work hard and harder and harder. And I just love martial arts. I mean, I used to tell everyone I did martial arts since I was 12. I begged my mom to get into karate for a couple of years, and she finally let me in. I was sitting there trying to learn it in the books at home, sitting there trying to pan through, how to kick through that. It was pretty funny, it's kind of.
The Bruce Lee movies too?
Oh yeah, I used to Kung Fu theater, all the movies. I used to watch, and then when I started doing karate, I was doing that. The Master Ninja was out. Remember that show?
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah.
I watched that every week. Yeah, but I went, I kept my love of martial arts through high school, college. I'd go to karate practice after wrestling practice. I go after football practice. I did it all year round. It was something I did all year round, and I really enjoyed doing it. And it's funny. I used to say back in high school, man, the one thing I'm really good at, I can't make money doing. And I was talking about street fighting, and kind of turned out things changed.
Right. So you've had some serious and memorable fights in your career. What would you say is the one you're most proud of?
I think I get asked this question all the time, and it's the one thing I got. If I had to pick one, it's really hard. I go with the second Randy fight. It's the one that was right after the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
I think I've been talking about it a lot lately because it's that 15-year anniversary of it a couple days ago. But I avenged the loss. Got the title I've been after for a long time, and it was right after the show. It was so if I had to pick one, that would be it.
Now, tell everyone what kind of training determination it actually takes to fight at that level, fight at UFC for so many years, and to beat those kinds of guys against that kind of competition.
That's the thing. Everyone says, "Oh man, you get paid that much money for that much time. This is you go out there for a few minutes and you get paid all that money." I'm like, I'm not getting paid for all the money. All those couple of minutes. I'm getting paid for all the times I trained. Not the 10 weeks I did in training camp for that fight, or all the like I was saying before. It's all the time I was put into training in my martial arts and all the time, even all the athletics and anytime. I mean, all the time you gave up to the sacrifices you made all along the way to get better and do things and make good decisions going through. It's just it is kind of, people think, I mean, I think people understand more now what it takes to be a fighter.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, when I first started doing this, I still was getting people on the plane going to looking at me. Oh man, oh yeah, you do that fighting stuff. Man, do you have to train or anything? You just kind of get off the bar stool and go fight.
Yeah, right. If they only knew, right?
Right.
That's what's amazing. It's always the behind the scenes stuff that people don't get to see. And that's the whole purpose of this show. We like to talk to the fighters and find out what they've had to give up, what sacrifices they've had to make to get where they are today. And, it's amazing to hear stories, especially from a guy like you that did it for so long.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. So, I mean, there was, I wouldn't have it any other way, it's great. I got paid to do what I love. You can't beat that.
Obviously there's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot of promoters that are struggling, trying to get fight cards set up all over the world. UFC is no different than that. And I mean, what do you feel may be a solution to get back to combat sports, and when do you think the right time might be to do that?
Well, I hope they get back to it as soon as possible. I'm not sure how you how they're going to handle getting back to spectator sports and being in that. Even our baseball team. I mean, I think they're talking about not all the kids being able to sit on the bench, like some of them using the stands for some of the kids when they're not in the field when they come back. And I think it was possibly going to be back in the middle of May for our baseball season, but it's just I'm not sure how they're going to handle it. I mean, it's going to be, especially local shows, if you can't have people at the venue, it's hard to find out how you're going to pay for the fights.
Right.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
on local shows, it's a lot of the money that they raise is the tickets.
Right. That's where a lot of the
and then also the reason you got sponsors is because people are coming to the
show to see their logos and all that. Yep.
Right. So I mean, there's not a place to get the money to throw a fight if you're not gonna have people showing up.
Right. So all right. So we spoke about your fight career. Let's discuss your career in acting a little bit. You've been in some great movies in the last few years. You're now in a new one, Cagefighter. It's scheduled to be released in just a few weeks. How did you make the transition from fighting into acting?
Well, I mean, it was a pretty easy transition. I started doing little things as I was fighting and do things here and there, do some cameos, did some fun stuff on shows, and I really liked it. And when I stopped fighting, I started pursuing it a little bit more, and it just keeps going. I always said when I retired, if I keep enjoying it, I'm gonna keep doing it, and I have. So I've just signed with ICM and gonna trying to get more parts and more involved in movies. So hopefully you can see a lot more of me.
Okay, yeah, we'll look forward to that. Sure. But so now, Cagefighter, tell us a little bit about the plot of the movie.
Well, the guy's a world champion, top of his game, and the main character, the main fighter, and he's coming there. It has a promotion that's going to go, and they're going to have they need to do something big, and they're bringing a guy over from pro wrestling. And then he's kind of like, pro wrestler. I'm fighting a pro wrestler. He's like, not taking it serious, and he's trying to get trying to get other things going on for himself. So he's kind of not in and out. And I actually play the trainer that's like, wait a minute, come on, let's get serious. Let's get back. Stop doing that stuff. And he's kind of falling off. And I'm like his mentor, and I was like really I've been his trainer the whole time, and he's kind of like I'm like a father figure to him. So he's doing the thing. I'm doing my thing. Oh yeah, this guy, I got this, no problem. It's without giving away all the movie. It's a good movie. It's got some good elements to it, and a lot of stuff that you see in MMA.
Right. So out of all the movies you've done, I mean, which one would you say is the most fun to film?
Entourage was really fun. It was
That's what I was just about to say. Entourage, man. Entourage was badass.
And it was my favorite show at the time. And I mean,
Yep.
It's funny to go back all the way that far, but I mean, my favorite show at the time, and I got to get on set with and I thought it was a great piece. You know, I got to punk somebody. It was kind of it was really, really fun.
Yeah, that's.
For the purpose of this call, it's got to be Cagefighter, dude.
Oh well, actually, I really enjoyed being on set for that. It's the longest I've ever been on set. It was the first time I've been on a
full movie.
On a full movie where I was there 21 days, not the whole movie, but most of it, and it was a great crew. The guys are great to work with, and it was fun, being there. I was working on when I said the script, I made some changes on some things just to make that. I thought, well, that's not really how they do that.
Make it more authentic.
Make it more authentic. There's a few. I mean, it was a really good job of writing in the beginning, but there's a few little things that would stand out to me and bother me. Like, wait, he's cutting weight. That's not really like that.
Right.
That wouldn't be a problem for him for that, but you have to make it different. You have to change things. They listened and they did a great job.
Did you get a movie trailer, man? Did you get your trailer with your name on it and all that shit?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, well, some of it was on a sound stage, so that we had our own rooms, and yeah, it was good. I'm glad I wasn't out in the trailer. It's pretty cool. I don't know if the trailer was warm out there, but it was pretty cold. Pretty cold up there in Regina.
So now, tell me, who from these movies have you become friendly with over the years, and maybe continue to talk to today? What other actors? Mickey Rourke, I've known for a while. He's a good guy. Who else? Just from the movies, I don't know. From guys that I just met, all the guys from Entourage, I run into here and there. They're great guys. Hey Chuck, yeah. So what I want to do is I want to send you over to Gerardo for a little bit because I know he has a few questions for you as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey Chuck, thanks for being on with us today.
Hey, no problem.
Like I mentioned before, I've known Jesse for a very long time. We knew each other from childhood. So I was curious, how was he as a director for the movie?
Oh, he did a great job. Jesse was great. It was good to work with. Easy to talk to. And it was good. He understood the fight game. Understood stuff. So it was good.
Awesome. I understand that you're playing the role of Marcus in the movie. He mentioned to me that you based your performance on John Heckle. Could you kind of elaborate on how you did that?
Well, not quite because John's a little more. John would have been a little more of a little crazier, a little more. But they're kind of like the closeness between the fighter and the trainer. They've been together for a long time. They're the same. Like it's a lot like the mentor relationship and a lot of the relationship they had. So but yeah, John I would have had to play a little more of a crazy character, and I think it would have been a little more. I think a little more vocal, and I think a little more. I think he would have put his foot down a little bit more, but
I understand. Now, my understanding is that your acting career actually started way before you started fighting, way back in 1981, for a movie called The Postman Always Rings Twice, right? So it,
yeah.
So it seems
an old school movie there, man.
So
yeah, I was actually in the movie, and I put it on my thing just as a joke. Kind of thought it was funny that was my first movie, and I had people commenting on one. I don't know, it was underground or something, and one of my students like finally got out there just frustrated because they're like, wait, because they were saying I wasn't in the movie. Why they say I was in it? I wasn't there. Because I'm in the movie. I come and get kicked out from behind the bar in the movie, and then and she got on there and she gets mad at him. Goes, look, he's 11. He doesn't have a mohawk and a goatee. So
Right.
that's like
The
people
signature.
looking for me. People looking for a goatee and a mohawk in when I was 11. But yeah, that was cool. I was fun thing to do. I was in the Boy Scouts and they came to our troop and asked if we wanted to. They had a couple scenes in the movie they needed extras for. So
Yeah,
cool.
that's really cool. That probably planted a seed for you to pursue acting after your fighting career. Really neat.
I don't know if I thought about it till after I did a couple movies, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for your time again. I'll go ahead and pass it on to Armando for you.
All right.
What's up, Iceman?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Everything good, man?
Everything's good.
Have you been?
Getting by.
Yeah, just getting by. Have you been able to train or get out and do some physical, punching bags or anything?
I'm actually coming back from. I had my neck and my knee surgery in October, September, October. I had the two surgeries, and I've been getting back at it, and I have I cleaned out my garage and got my my home gym going again, and I got everything going good, and I'm getting back at it. Yeah.
Took a lot of shit off your honey-do list, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Same here, man.
But it's a good. It's actually for me. It worked out good. It's a good way to ease back into training and I'm hitting the bags and getting strong and getting back to it.
Good stuff. How much of your actually true life, being involved in martial arts, did you put into your character, Marcus, on the movie? I mean, did you kind of make it a reality type of deal?
Yeah, I try to make it. I said,
Really,
I try to look at it like a guy that I try to make it like this is my guy and his guy. Kind of like how I feel like, especially after the first fight. I was kind of how would John react or what would he do? Kind of be where. How would he be? It's like I'm trying to figure out how to give it a good honest feel. Feel it's trying to make, and that's kind of the way I try to do that. I need to know how would I feel if I was, if that happened, if that happened to one of my guys, or how would I feel, and I try to throw it in there. So yeah, I hope it comes across good.
Nice. And what gym are you at now?
I just train at a lot of different gyms. I go down to Unbreakable down in Hollywood quite a bit, and then I just my house, and then I got other people's gyms I go to.
Yeah. Are you training anybody that you are taking on and saying, hey, I'm training you to become a fighter?
No, I haven't been. I'll work with some guys getting ready for fights here and there.
Getting ready for fights.
But I haven't. I'm not training anybody. I haven't become anybody's coach. I've been talking about opening a gym for a long time. But haven't got around to it. So we'll see.
What'd you think about this Ferguson Khabib deal, man? The sixth time it's off, man.
I'm really excited about that fight. I think it's a great fight. I think it's a great matchup for Tony, and I want to see it. That's the one I want to see who I want to see Khabib fight.
Right. I think that's probably. I mean, besides McGregor. I mean, obviously he just ran through McGregor, but hopefully McGregor will make a good comeback and maybe give him a good fight. Yeah,
I mean, I really like the matchup for Tony. I think styles wise, I think it's a great fight for him, and I want him to get a shot at it. I want to see it.
I heard through the grapevine a while ago that you were trying to get a little promotion going. Did you ever? Is that true, or did you ever get try to get a promotion going yourself?
No, not yet. I think we talked about. I talked to a buddy of mine was doing he was trying to do a show about like his promotion and wanted me to help him out with that. So that might be what you're talking about. But
Is that Couture?
Oh no, not Couture. A different friend. But I never really got going.
Never got to fruition.
Yeah.
So, have you and Tito been buried the hatchet yet, or what, man?
I mean, I don't. I mean, I just don't talk to the guy. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I don't have any hard feelings towards him, but just not interested in being friends.
Right. Do you see him out there when you're out and about?
I very rarely run into him. Usually it's at MMA events. If I do.
Yeah. Now, as far as this Cagefighter movie, man, the feel of the movie, like, it's pretty bad. I mean, do you ever think of making a movie about you being involved in a cage fight? With this movie in mind. Have people come to you saying, "Hey, let's film something about your career"?
People have talked to me about it before. I mean, I don't know if I don't think I get that excited about it. So I don't think it really. I mean, I've always been talked about myself a lot. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd be fun. But if someone came with a serious, thing, maybe.
Nice. How's it like working with with Luke Rockhold and Moxley and a couple of the characters in the movie?
Oh, everybody was great on the show. I think Luke did a great job. I wasn't sure. I giving him a hard time because he hasn't done it before. I thought he did a great job. He played a great. What
was his role?
He was the other trainer. Like he's the trainer.
He trained the other fighter.
No. When Alex's character RIZE left me, he went to him to be his new training camp.
Gotcha. Nice. So the movie comes out, I guess, later. Down here in the U.S. We're gonna be looking forward to seeing that movie, man. I'm just excited watching the trailers, man. And I think Gerardo, throughout our interview, he's gonna put out, the trailers so that everybody can watch. Anything in particular about the movie that stuck out to you?
Well, I just thought it was a good story, and I did it. It was a good read. It was one of those things I read it. I'm like, oh man, this sounds like I'd want to watch this. I'd probably enjoy this. So, I think, and I'm an MMA fan, so I think that it'll talk to our fans and it'll do well.
Do a lot of MMA movie scripts come through you?
I get quite a few scripts, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, quite a few.
Nice.
Yeah.
What made you think of this one? Like, hey, let's do this one.
Well, I like I said, I read it a lot. I liked it, and I thought it would resonate with MMA fans. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I did it, and I was willing to spend as much time on set doing it too. So, it wasn't. A lot of times I have movies on. I'll do this, but I'm shot out in like 2 or 3 days, and this one I was okay with being there for 3 weeks.
Nice. Well, thanks for joining us, man. Thank you for your support. I'm gonna send it back to Mike. I'm not sure if he's got a couple more questions or not.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, thank you, Chuck. I'm so glad we got to know more about you today, and it's been great talking to you. If you can tell everybody how to follow you on social media.
Just at Chuck Liddell on Twitter and Instagram, and I think it's just Chuck Liddell on Facebook too. So.
I think anybody that punches in that name on Google can pretty much know you. Definitely.
All right. So tell us the release date of that movie again. I know right now it's just going to be in the UK, but what is that date?
It's on May 16th. yeah, just go to Fight TV, FITE.tv, and check out times in your area and whatever, how to buy it and all that stuff. It's all in there. Just look us up on Fight TV. That's a one-time event, and just so you know, it's like I don't think you can buy it for 24 hours, but it's a one-time event on Fight TV. So it's like a pay-per-view event. And afterwards there is a Q&A about the movie with in different areas with different people. Just you have to check it out on the website. So Fight TV, Fight.tv.
Chuck, real quick question.
I'm one of the guys. I'm not sure which areas I'm in, but I will be doing the Q&A afterwards in one of the areas.
Quick question, Chuck. To close this out, anything you want to say to your fans out there?
Oh, hey, my fans, check out the movie, and I'll have more stuff coming up soon.
Well, Chuck, we appreciate your time. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Wish you the best of luck with the movie, and we hope you'll check out one of our RIZE events if you're over on the East Coast. Thanks a lot for your time. Great talking to you.
Thank you, man. Thanks. And definitely, if you're down here in Palm Beach, let me know, man.
All right, when we get back to traveling.
Yeah.
Hopefully that happens soon.
Soon, man.
All right, this has been the latest episode of On the Rise. On behalf of my co-hosts Armando Gonzalez and Gerardo Ramos, and our guest today, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. I'm Mike Feinberg. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a great night, everyone. Stay safe. Take care.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Chuck.
Thanks, guys.